Hello everyone, welcome to the detailed deep learning program. So in this video today we will discuss, basically today we'll learn how to download and install TensorFlow, because we will implement each and every code practically. So what I want is, today I'll show you how to download and install TensorFlow, and we will study the basics of TensorFlow today. So let's begin. So very first thing is to install TensorFlow. So if you want to install TensorFlow using command prompt, then just write cmd, open command prompt, and over here you need to write this command pip install upgrade TensorFlow. Right? By writing this command, this TensorFlow will get installed in your PC. Alright, and after downloading and installing TensorFlow on your PC, you can check the version of this TensorFlow by like this. Let me show you how. Just open command prompt and write Python and then enter. This will open a Python shell. Okay. Over here, type this command, this import TensorFlow as TF, and then next line, okay, let me copy it and import TensorFlow as TF. So it is importing, just give a second. Now we got 3 arrows over here again. Now we can write this command tf.version.version. So it shows me a version. The version which I'm using is 2.4.1. If you want to, so this is how you can install TensorFlow if you want to install it using this command prompt. But let's suppose if you want to install TensorFlow using Jupyter Notebook, then just open a Jupyter Notebook, and this is the same command, pip install upgrade pip, and then over here you can write TensorFlow, right, like this, and we have put an exclamation symbol in front of it. So in front of this command we have written exclamation, and when you execute it using Jupyter Notebook also, you can install TensorFlow. Okay, so I have already installed it, so I'm commenting it. Now once you install the package, the next thing is to import the package. So this is how you can import this module. Import TensorFlow as TF. Okay, and again I'm checking the version of TensorFlow. The TensorFlow version which I'm using is 2.4.1. Okay, now let's see the basics of TensorFlow. First of all, imported this TensorFlow. Now see, whenever you want to work on TensorFlow, if I talk about normal programming languages like Java or Python or other languages, what we does is, when we want to add two numbers, what we does is, in one variable we store one number, and in second variable we store second number, and in third variable we perform the addition of those two number, and then we print the third variable like this. Suppose in A variable we are storing a first number, and in B variable we are storing the second number, and this is the third variable C. In this third variable we perform the addition of above two variable, and then we print the output. This is how we work. But in TensorFlow, what we does is, we have two variable. In A variable I'm storing one number which is 2, and in B variable I'm storing another number which is 4. So you have to mention over here tf.constant, that these are the constant numbers. Okay, you have to define this. And in B also we are writing tf.constant, that 2 is constant number and 4 is constant number. And in C we are saying like we want to add A and B. And when we print C, we are not getting the addition over here. You can see over here, right? We are not getting 6 should be the output, but we are not getting 6 over here. Why? Because this process is called building a computation graph. Means we are telling what to do, right? But we need to give a command to perform the addition operation, right? So there are two parts. One is building a graph, second is running a graph. So this is just called building a graph. And if you want to see the output, this output, like what would be the addition of these two variables, then you need to run the graph. See, I've given a comment over here also, running a graph. And over here we are building a graph. Building a graph simply means we are telling what to do. But when we will get result? When we will be running the graph. So running the graph simply means you need to start the session. And I'm starting this session in SSN variable. So SSN, I have started the session in SSN variable, so that's why I've written SSN over here. Dot run. Run command will run your code. What you want to run? We want to run the operation of C. And what is there in C? A plus B. So over here we are getting the output as 6, right? So this is what you can do in TensorFlow. Always remember, build a graph first of all, means write a process which you want to perform. And when you want to do the execution, when you want to see the result of that particular process, you need to start the session and then you need to run the session. Then only you will see the results. Okay. Now let's see the another example. Over here you can see I have two variable x1 and the other variable is x2 and tf.constant, and I'm defining a list over here. And in x2 also I'm defining a list over here. Now what I want is, I want to multiply the list 1 which is in x1 variable. I want to multiply the list of x1 and x2. Okay, so you can multiply by using this method also, tf.multiply. TensorFlow have inbuilt multiply method, you can use that multiply method also, and or what you can do, you can directly multiply like this, right? So what we are doing over here is we have just build a graph, right? What we are doing in building a graph, we are just telling like these are the two variables and in these two variables we have two separate lists and we want to multiply these two lists. This is what building a graph is. Now you want to see the result, like what would be the multiplication results, then you need to start a session. So session we have already started above. So what I'm doing is I'm just using the variable name in which we have stored the session, and dot run. Dot run is a method by which you will be executing the code, and result is a variable in which we have we have mentioned like we want to multiply these two lists. So this is what you will get. 2, how we are getting this 2? 2 into 1 is 2. Next is 6, that means 3 into 2 is 6. Next is 16, 4 into 4 is 16 and 5 into 5 is 25. So this is the result of this particular code. Okay, now let's see the another example. Now let's understand what this placeholder is. So placeholder simply means we see till now what we have done is we are defining a variable and we are defining a value over here only, right? So placeholder simply means we don't want to give value right now, but later on at the time of executing the code, while running the code, I don't want to give value while building a graph, but I want to assign value to the variable while running a graph. Okay, at the time of execution I want to assign value at that time. So what you can do in that case, you can use placeholder. So how you can use placeholder? See, a is a variable and what we are writing is tf.compact.v1.placeholder, and placeholder we are defining a data type also. What we are saying is this a is a placeholder, means we are saving this memory in a variable, and over here we will be filling later on at the time of execution we will fill a value, but that value will be in a float data type. Okay, in the same way b variable we are making it a placeholder, and over here also we want to store the value of float data type, right? And in c variable I want to add the value of a and b, but the value of a and b we hadn't defined yet, we'll define it later. Okay, so we have created a graph. Now let's run a graph. So over here you can see SSN is a variable in which we have created our session. So dot run is a command by using which you can run the code. And what you want to run is, we want to run the C, right? We want to see the results of C only. And Over here we are defining the value of A and B. The value of A we are defining is 1 and the value of B is 4, right? So what we are doing is we are assigning values to A and B at the time of execution instead of building a graph. This is what placeholder does, right? And what is the benefit of placeholder, right? So the benefit of placeholder is, let me show you the benefit. So over here we have defined single value in A and single value in B. Now I'm again running a session C variable, the same C variable, right? A plus B. In C variable we are storing A plus B. You can see here this A plus B. But over here in A I have defined one list and in B I have defined one list, and we are getting the results over here, right? And then again I'm running a session, again that C variable. This time this list have 2 items and this list have 2 items again. See, what I'm trying to say over here is placeholders are important when you want to give different types of input, different input values, right? So see, you can see over here we have given different input value. In this line we have given different input value. Here also we have given different input values. So we are giving different input values and seeing the results. So you can use placeholder like this. Okay. So the next thing is variable. Now what this variable is, variable we all know, like variable is used to store a value. Like in every programming language we use variables, all right? So in TensorFlow, if you want to define a variable, how you can do that? See, x is one variable, okay? And this is how you define variable, and this is the value of that variable. This is the syntax. This is how you can define variables in TensorFlow. And now I have another variable with the name of w, tf.compact1.v1.variable, and this variable is having value 3. C is a variable, and in the C variable I want to multiply x with w. X is having a value 1 and w is having a value 3. I want to multiply these two variables and I want to store the variable result in this C variable. Now remember, whenever you want to use variables in TensorFlow, you need to initialize them by writing this line. Init is a variable, and in this variable what I'm doing is tf.compact.v1.global variables initializer. You always have to initialize your variable, then only you can perform operations on variable. So I have initialized the variable, then I'm running a session. In session, first of all, you need to run this line, init line. What is this init? We are basically what we are saying is that we want to run the session, but first of all we want to initialize the variables, and then we want to run the session and we want to execute this code. Okay, so whenever you are using variables, so define the variables first of all. After that, in one variable, call this method global variable initializer, then run that global variable initializer, and then execute the output which you want to see, execute the code which you want to see, right? This is how TensorFlow work. So guys, now your task is, before moving to the next lectures, your task is to install TensorFlow on your PC and try this basic code, because from the next classes I will be I will share the related code which I'm going to discuss in my class, right? And you will execute the same code at your end also. Okay, so that's it guys. This is what the basic today you have learned, like how to install TensorFlow, what is variable, constant, and how to use placeholders, and how to start a session, how to run a session, right? So these are the few basic things which are required in TensorFlow. Okay, so thank you guys.